Anna Kasparian did an interview with Sitch and Adam, and a lot of those clips have been going viral, especially within the TYT community and between the TYT fans. They have been having absolute meltdowns on Twitter, on Reddit, anywhere that you can think of. The TYT, the Young Turks fans, are really hating Anna Kasparian right now because she is just simply waking up to common sense. You know, this post right here was deleted. She tweeted out at 5:51 a.m. says the civil rights movement did not use the same strategies as the trans movement. They didn't barricade speakers they disagreed with in a classroom for 3 hours. They persuaded through nonviolence and showing America their humanity. And I think she's referring to Riley Gaines. I don't think anybody else has been barricaded in a classroom for 3 hours, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was another story of that. So let me know in the comments if she's referring to Riley Gaines or not. I'm pretty sure she is. But that tweet obviously set off a lot of TYT fans, a lot of leftists who have been watching Anna Kasparian. I think she said that she's been working for the Young Turks since 2007. So Anna Kasparian and Cenk Uygur have been working together since 2007. She's got a lot of this audience, you know, built up over the years of her just being in the left echo chamber. That's all these people want. They don't want critical thought. They don't want anybody challenging their beliefs. They want Anna Kasparian to get on stage or get on the desk, go with Cenk Uygur and just simply spew out the talking points, spew out the same ideas that she's been having since 2007, just a little bit more radical, but stay within that same echo chamber. That's all they want. They don't want any sort of critical thought. They don't want any sort of debate, and they don't want anyone challenging their beliefs whatsoever. Like I said, this tweet set a whole lot of people off. This person says this is the exact same fake history racist Republicans use in their MLK Day post. And I'm sure that you can imagine all of the other replies that were completely trashing on Anna Kasparian here. You can see it. I mean, it has 8,800 likes, dude. That's how many people are mad from the Young Turks fans that are just mad at Anna Kasparian for simply going against their echo chamber. And we also have this clip here that a ton of people were getting mad at from this person who I had to get on an alt Twitter account because this person blocked me. I have no idea who this is, but they have 14K followers. Apparently they're somebody. Terminal case, and Anna Kasparian actually responded to this tweet, by the way. We'll go over that in 1 second. Terminal case of Facebook boomer brain. Does she also think the Antifa super soldiers are coming to murder suburban parents? Let's check this clip out here from Anna Kasparian on the Sitch and Adam show. By the way, if it's one of these two people on the left here, that is Gato Fumador, I don't have no idea who this is, but if it's one of these people over here, this person on the bottom is an absolute idiot. Like his takes on the Kyle Rittenhouse situation in the video that I did a couple of days ago, he's just an absolute idiot, man. He's a complete bad faith actor. I would love to have a conversation with him and just see how he comes to the conclusions that he comes to. Let's check this clip out, though, from Anna Kasparian on the Sitch and Adam show.
I think that protecting, you know, marginalized communities, protecting the transgender community is important. However, when you move out of or move far away from making sure that they are not denied housing, making sure that they're not denied healthcare, when you move into like these more fringe areas of like, I mean, there was a story out of the UK this week, blows my mind. There was an LGBTQ group in the UK who suggested that instead of referring to vaginas as vaginas, because it might be offensive to transgender men, you know, one of the potential replacements or substitutes could be bonus hole.
That is literal fucking propaganda. This is the same shit as when Joe Rogan went out there and said, look, a guy I know, his wife works at a school where they let the kids just shit in litter boxes because they.
Can you just tell this guy's an absolute idiot? I just can't stand this person. I've never seen him until I saw him react to the Anna Kasparian tweets or the clips that I put in my video a couple of days ago. It's the first time I've ever seen this guy in my life. I can't even read his name. It's too small. I think his name's Zach. Dude's an absolute idiot. And like I said, dude, I would love to get him in a call and just absolutely obliterate all his stupid ass talking points. But this tweet says, terminal case of Facebook boomer brain. Does she also think the Antifa super soldiers are coming to murder suburban parents? And Anna Kasparian actually responded to this and says, I don't make things up. And my point is that this stuff turns people off. It's not really controversial. And then she linked the bonus hole article, which is right here. If you want to read it, I mean, I think it's kind of a waste of time, but here is the article. She's not making it up. It's from Yahoo News. It says why bonus hole is going viral on Twitter and what that term means. A lot of people were talking about that a couple of days ago, so we all knew that that was real, that she didn't make it up, but of course they're going to say it's just propaganda. And here she kind of explains herself, Anna Kasparian does. Honest question, what do you think is the impact of comments like yours? Do you think this group you referred to, assuming they're real, are now going to stop? The reason why the right turns these anecdotes into national stories is to specifically demonize the entire movement. And Anna Kasparian responds and says, assuming they are real, I just linked to it. The right turns these anecdotes to national stories because they know it will turn people off. My argument is to be a little bit more strategic and tactful to secure healthcare and housing for the trans community. That's my point. Now look, this tweet from Anna Kasparian over here, it was almost based and then she deleted it. But this one here, I don't understand. Maybe I'm really stupid. Maybe I'm low IQ. But what kind of healthcare and housing does trans people not have other than maybe cutting certain body parts off at a really young age that they shouldn't have? But what kind of housing are they being deprived of? What kind of housing do we need to give trans people that they don't have? Like, why do we need extra housing for trans people? Like, do we need to make sure, really make sure that trans people have housing as opposed to just normal people? I just don't really understand what she's talking about, secure housing and healthcare for the trans community. I don't understand that. So let me know in the comments what the hell she means by that. Shuan Hez says, it's not your job to save the movement. Just talk about things you think will make society better, not the nebulous, ever-changing idea of progressivism. It took me a long time to understand. It's like trying to save the dodo bird from extinction. If they want to jump, just let them. And while I disagree with Anna Kasparian, obviously quite a bit, because she's still talking about having healthcare and housing for the trans community, I definitely do agree with the Shuan Hez sentiment here, saying that, you know, if you still are a leftist, which she obviously still is a leftist, at least be able to entertain the idea of having your beliefs challenged. You know, at least accept the common sense talking points, have some common ground with people on the right. That way your movement, and like I said, I don't agree with her movement whatsoever, but if you want your movement to have any sort of staying power, you have to be able to convince people from the other side, or at least, you know, convince people who are in the middle come over to your side. And if you just exist in an echo chamber, that's never going to happen. You're never going to, you know, convince anyone from the other side. And if you don't have any common ground with the other side, then it also won't happen. So you have to have some sort of common ground. We have to be able to at least agree on certain common sense topics. And it seems like Anna Kasparian is actually coming around on a lot of those things. And that's why people are pissed off at her, because the certain things that are common sense, like she tweeted out here, which she did back off on because she deleted it, but saying that the civil rights movement did not use the same strategies as the trans movement because the trans movement is a violent movement. We had multiple mass shootings that came from the trans movement and people actually calling for those things, which is absolutely horrible. And my prayers go out to the families affected by that. But saying that the trans movement is violent and saying that they're barricading people into classrooms for 3 hours for simply disagreeing with them is not what the left wants you to say. They want you to say, yeah, you know, go, like, I'm so glad that those people barricaded her in there. She deserved it for speaking out against my talking points. They don't want you questioning their movements. They don't want you comparing it to past movements. They just want you to stay, like I said, within the echo chamber, since you, like the same thing that you've been doing since 2007, as Anna Kasparian revealed in one of those clips. And a lot of people came to her support, but obviously there's going to be a lot of Young Turks fans. I mean, she's cultivated this audience over, you know, so many years since 2007. She's been cultivating this same audience that really loves that echo chamber, really loves the same talking points. So of course she's going to get a ton of hate whenever she steps outside of that. And it's, you know, hasn't disappointed, man. There's been a ton of hate on all of these tweets that I just showed you. This first one with her deleted tweet has 8,800 likes, dude. I got 27 likes since I started recording this video. This, you know, a lot of people are very angry. And we went over those Reddit posts a couple of days ago. Those people were having absolute meltdowns, man. They weren't even angry. It seemed like they were crying while typing it. They felt so betrayed by the Young Turks, by Anna Kasparian, by Cenk for even letting Anna Kasparian be on the show anymore. They were so betrayed. It was actually kind of sad reading it, man. And of course, you know, they're all the same people. They all have the same, like, it's the same avatar under different names. This person, look, he, him, pronouns in bio. Let me know what you're thinking about Anna Kasparian kind of becoming based a little bit. You can see that she's, you know, it's trying to bleed through, but she's trying to hold back a little bit because she doesn't want to lose all of her audience. I really do wonder if somebody like advised her to delete this tweet, like from the Young Turks. I really do wonder. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about all this Anna Kasparian backlash, man. I think it's really entertaining to watch somebody almost become red pill. Like, you can tell she's really getting pulled towards the red pill, but then, you know, a lot of her audience is like, you know, we're going to stop giving you money if you do go full red pill. So she's probably pretty torn on what to do right now. Let me know what you're thinking Anna Kasparian should do and what do you think she will do in the future.